Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about weapon stocks. Now, there are two different types of stocks in Apex Legends. There are the standard stock and the sniper stock. Standard stocks fit on SMGs, ARs, and LMGs, and sniper stocks fit on marksman weapons and snipers, except the bowcheck bow, which cannot take a stock because where the hell would you put it? So weapon stocks offer a bunch of benefits to the weapons that you equip them on, and here is what it gives you. So you get less ADS time, you get less deploy/holster time, so that is the time it takes to actually take your weapon out and then put it back away. You also get less raise/lower time, so when you're running, you can see your weapon is kind of lowered, and having a weapon stock on the weapon reduces the time it takes to get it back ready. It also gives you less aim drift. So aim drift is when you're looking through a sight, the weapon slightly sways around. You can see there's like a little floaty, it kind of mimics breathing, if you could say so, and having a stock equipped on a weapon reduces that sway. Stocks also, since Season 10, reduce reload time or make it quicker, depending on how you formulate it. So that used to be reserved for magazines, but they removed some of the power from extended magazines and switched it over to the stocks. So now weapon stocks also reduce your reload speed, or increase your reload speed would be the proper way to say it. Now, sniper stocks work a little bit different. They have some added benefits. So if we grab a sniper here, let's just say we grab this sentinel and unequip that stock. Let's grab a magnified optic and go up to the top. All right, so if I aim down sight here, you're going to see some really noticeable weapon sway. You can see how much you are swaying with magnified optics, and snipers have much more weapon sway than other guns. So you can see how much the crosshair is just moving around, and I'm not even touching the mouse or anything. Now equipping a weapon stock to sniper rifles, if we put this on, you're going to see it is almost unnoticeable. There is a massive difference from having a stock equipped on a sniper than having no stock, and the aim drift reduction that you get from sniper stocks is way bigger than the one you get from standard stocks when you're equipping it on LMGs, ARs, or SMGs. Something specific to sniper stocks is it reduces the drift speed. So if we take the stock off again, you can see there's a lot more aim drift, but it also increases how fast that aim drift is. Now, if we put a weapon stock back on, or a sniper stock back on, you'll see the aim drift is much slower, so it's a lot easier to hit your targets. So just to give you guys an idea of all the numbers associated with level 1, level 2, and level 3 stocks, here's a table. You can see the greater the stock, the more percentage it knocks off of every single category. So you can see level 3 is obviously the best. It gives you 25% less ADS time, 25% less deploy/holster time, 20% less raise/lower, 45% less aim drift, and 10% less reload time for the standard stock. And then if we go to the level 3 sniper stock, you get 20% less ADS time, the same thing for holster, deploy, raise, lower. You have 80% less aim drift, 20% slower drift speed, and the same increased reload speed. Now, one of the common misconceptions of stocks, if we grab two weapons that could equip the same type of stock, like this, one of the common misconceptions, and I also thought this for the longest time, is you always want to equip a stock to the weapon that you're going to switch to. So in this case, if I were to have, let's say, only one stock to split between these two weapons, I used to think that it was better to put the stock on the Prowler, thus increasing the time or decreasing the time it takes to switch from the R301 to the Prowler when I'm mid-firefight. But in actuality, how it really works, seeing as it is a percentage-based bonus, the R301 is a bigger weapon. It is an assault rifle, as for the Prowler is an SMG. So the handling time of the R301 is greater than the handling time of the Prowler. So let's take, for example, these are fictional numbers, they are not real whatsoever. Let's say, for example, the R301 has a 0.5 second handling time. So that it takes 0.5 seconds to either take it out or put it away. And the Prowler, for example, has a 0.25 second time to put it away and take it out. So the total time that it would take to switch between the two weapons would be 0.75 seconds. So the time it takes you to put the R301 away and then pull the Prowler out 0.75 or 0.75 seconds, I think would be the proper way to say it. Now, if we equip the purple stock on the R301, again, it is a percentage-based benefit, seeing as the R301 takes longer to handle, so to speak. You're taking 25% off that initial 0.5 seconds, bringing the total handling time of the R301 down to 0.375 as opposed to 0.5. So if we add both times together, so the stowaway time of the R301 and the unholstered time of the Prowler, it would bring us to 0.625 seconds to complete the entirety of the weapon switch. Now, on the other hand, if you were to equip the stock on the Prowler, you are taking 25% off 0.25 seconds of handling. So instead of taking you 0.25 seconds to take out the weapon or put it away, it's going to take you 0.1875 seconds, bringing the total time to switch between the two weapons to 0.6875 seconds. So as you can see, again, it is a percentage-based benefit. You always want to put it on weapons that are heavier, basically. So an R301 would be considered a heavier weapon than the Prowler, thus you would have a much bigger advantage. You would save more time if you were to equip the better stock. In this case, we only have the better stock on the heavier weapon, and it would decrease the time it takes further between switching between the two weapons as opposed to putting the stock on the Prowler. Again, we're talking milliseconds here, but again, in a fast-paced game like Apex Legends, every second counts. So if you can shave off as much time between the weapon switch as you can, you are at an advantage to do so. Now, there is one caveat. Since Season 10, it also increases the reload speed of your weapon, so you really want to think about which weapon you're going to be reloading more often. So it kind of begs to the question, if you're going to use the Prowler more, you might want to put the stock on the Prowler because it increases the reload speed. But if you're really always starting off with the R301, for example, and then switching out to the Prowler once you're out of ammo on the R301, you would have an advantage to put the stock on the R301 because it's going to greater reduce this time it takes to switch between the two weapons. So if we were to talk about priority, I would always put the stock on a LMG first, an AR second, and then an SMG in last. And you always want to prioritize the better stock on the heavier weapon. As for sniper stocks, I would equip the sniper stock on the sniper first and on the marksman weapon second. But I feel as though this is probably a moot point because I don't really see a lot of people carrying both a sniper rifle and a marksman weapon. Usually people are carrying a sniper rifle or a marksman and something like an AR or an SMG or even a LMG. So you can split the stocks between the two because they don't take the same stock as opposed to previous seasons. So, I hope this helped cleared up some misconceptions about weapon stocks. Even I, for the longest time, thought it was beneficial to equip the stock to the weapon you were switching to, and not the weapon that had the longest handle time. But if you did learn something, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.